One company had the audacity to aim higher, push boundaries, and transform transportation as it exists today. But in a world where creativity propels us forward, what happens when the road to success takes a few unexpected turns? Today, we explore the intriguing history of the company that not only sparked the stock market but also our roadways, and we unearth the startling reality behind Tesla's recent wild ride. We are going deep into the fascinating realm of Tesla's stock slide, exposing the hidden factors, cracking the market's riddles, and exposing the unsung stories that have led to this significant turning point. Join us as we sort through the hype and reveal the truths that even the most resilient people can run against. Make sure to like and subscribe to Tesla Stock News first, though. We can go with the video at this point before going any further. Having said and done that, some investors are now altering their approaches and moving their money out of the stock market and into bonds and cash. As you can see, Yahoo Finance's Jared Blaker is here with us at the New York Stock Exchange to bring us further details. Bank of America strategists have also been looking at this. While hardly many people are looking at equities this week, at least in terms of inflows, money market and cash products continue to see substantial inflows, $145 billion in cash inflows so far this quarter. Michael Hartnett of BofA said that this week's changes are quicker than those of the prior quarter, which was also highly important. By the way, $127 billion in treasuries or government bonds have seen large inflows this year alone. They are now on course to surpass the $26 billion annualizing record. When it comes to money flow, healthcare seems to be receiving some attention, but at least this week there isn't much excitement for stocks. Cash and money market funds are the true stars of the show when it comes to inflows. This quarter, they made an astounding $45 billion. Michael Hartnett of BofA has been talking about money flow, and it seems that this week's inflows are occurring even faster than they did during the previous quarter. The spectacular entrance of treasuries, those trusty government bonds, should not be disregarded. They have brought in a substantial $127 billion so far this year, taking center stage. If things keep going this way, we might be looking at a record-breaking $26 billion for the full year. Let's now concentrate on Tesla, the main attraction. The Federal Reserve's interest rate policies, the enthusiasm surrounding the Cybertruck, the company's Q3 earnings, and the EV revolution are all having an impact on the performance of Tesla's shares. Let's focus on the last one, the switch to electric vehicles and the significant changes it is bringing about in the transportation industry. It's not just a fad, my friend, it's a full-blown transformation. Think about this: dependable internal combustion engine vehicles are about to be surpassed by electric cars. Why? It's a confluence of things like how our views as customers have changed, how fantastic technological advancements have been, and how the environmental impact has decreased. Everything suggests that the world of electric automobiles is developing quickly. Regarding Tesla's vehicle, they have been selling them like crazy in the first half of the year, and they have been able to do so in part by employing some really shrewd pricing strategies. As we move into the second half of the year and interest rates decide to take a break, we're all curious to see how those automobiles sell. As you are aware, Tesla has gained a significant market share by raising its output and providing competitive premium pricing. This strategy has allowed them to remain competitive. In the business world, that is simply how things operate. Sometimes you have to nuzzle the market to get it to embrace new concepts. Price reductions appear to be tapering down based on recent action in the car market. They seem to be drifting away from that proactive approach. According to experts, the price cuts will almost certainly end soon. What's catching my attention right now is all the chatter about who will have the biggest market share. In terms of price and technology, there's a lot of action going on here. Tesla has demonstrated remarkable hustle by consistently staying ahead of the curve and gaining market share. They are a strong contender in the market due to their considerable advantages in terms of vehicle design and production cost reductions. Moreover, they can agitate matters by implementing additional price reductions if needed. Though it may not be the primary event for the rest of the year, you know it's up their sleeve. They definitely aren't your normal automaker. Recently, their stock has taken center stage and has been developing quickly. This business has been breaking records one after the other, and they are now working on more. If they keep hitting the right chords, we might soon see that stock market meltdown. Tesla has been a well-known name in the car business for a long time. People want to know how much money they could make if they invest in this car maker. You are aware of the risk. There exist several market characteristics that can somewhat anticipate future stock values. Looking ahead, we're in full gear shift mode when it comes to cars. Large towns, and even whole countries, are declaring that they will stop using cars with conventional combustion engines over the next 10 or 20 years. The market for electric vehicles is being greatly boosted by this, and governments everywhere are doing everything they can to increase the accessibility of electric automobiles by providing tax cuts, rebates, and lower registration fees. It appears as though EVs are receiving special care. Tesla seems to be the heavyweight champion of this electric vehicle circus. If they can take the lead and get 50% of all EVs on the road in the future, just think of the money that will flow in. And that is limited to automobiles. They don't even talk about any other secrets they could hold. Tesla is the only player with a chance to win this, I promise. And let us acknowledge those who deserve it. The revolution in electric vehicles has been dominated by Tesla. EV's cutting-edge technology and Elon Musk's charisma have people talking about them more than ever. Remember the time when EV charging was rife with issues? Thankfully, it is no longer an issue because they have been spending a substantial sum of money to expand the charging network. Additionally, production costs are falling as more EVs are driven, which is good news for cost-conscious consumers. Now, let's go back to discussing Tesla's financial runway. In the first quarter of the previous year, they produced a whopping $18.8 billion in revenue, a substantial 42% increase over the same period the year before. Sure, a few delivery hitches caused a tiny dip in the second quarter, but even in that regard, their production output was significantly higher than that of their competitors. In 2021, they made a significant 81% improvement to their car delivery service. Let's compute some numbers now. Imagine a situation where Tesla produces about half of the 20 million cars Musk has predicted by 2030. A stock price of roughly $3,120 per share might be anticipated in such a situation. Sales of Tesla vehicles might bring in a healthy $60 billion for the corporation if the average price in 2030 is $60,000. After deducting 15% for other noteworthy fields like robotics and batteries, the total comes to a staggering $90 billion. Calculating carefully, the total after deducting all of their revenue sources comes out to $3,120. People, hold on to your hats. In the event that Musk's audacious ambition comes to pass and Tesla sells around 20 million vehicles by 2030, its gross revenue may reach an astounding $1.56 trillion. You did hear that? That's true. Furthermore, their stock price may surge to $1,700 per share if their non-automotive industries generate approximately 30% of that revenue. Stranger things have, in fact, happened. Though it may seem like a world straight out of a fairy tale, keep in mind that these are all really educated guesses. A few interesting things are coming up for Tesla, including the Q3 earnings report, the Cybertruck frenzy, and potentially more favorable interest rates. If these circumstances materialize, we may be seeing the beginning of a golden age of investing. But always complete your assignments, conduct extensive study, and remember that it's crucial to respect your own boundaries and presumptions. I'd like to hear your thoughts before we wrap up. How do you feel about Tesla's role in the electric vehicle revolution? Do you see them cruising towards supremacy, or are there impediments in their way? Are you enthusiastic or apprehensive about their stock prospects? Which of your predictions for Tesla's future is the most audacious? By the way, feel free to comment in the space provided below. Please click the like button if you enjoyed this in-depth study. Be sure to subscribe to Tesla Stock News and enable the notification bell if you want to stay informed about everything Tesla.